The yew berry is one of nature's most fascinating contradictions, a fruit that looks harmless, tastes slightly sweet, and grows in peaceful evergreen forests, yet hides one of the most potent natural toxins known to botany. In this deep dive, we explore the biology, cultural history, toxicology, ecological role, and scientific mystery behind this striking red fruit. To understand the yew berry, we must first understand the tree behind it. The yew belongs to the genus Taxus, an ancient lineage of conifers that predates the dinosaurs. Fossilized yew wood suggests that these trees existed over 200 million years ago, surviving multiple extinction events and climatic shifts. Their longevity is legendary. Many European yews are believed to be over 1,000 years old, with some specimens estimated at nearly 5,000 years based on trunk ring patterns and regional historical records. The yew is a slow-growing but incredibly resilient tree, able to regenerate from seemingly dead stumps and survive in poor soils, deep shade, and low-nutrient environments. This ancient endurance sets the stage for the fruit it produces. Now, the fruit itself, the so-called yew berry, is not technically a berry in the botanical sense. It is an aril, a fleshy, brightly colored structure that surrounds a seed. Most conifers produce cones, but the yew is unusual in evolving fruit-like arils instead. These arils are soft, gelatinous, and vividly red, designed to attract animals. Interestingly, this is where the yew's dark paradox begins. The aril is the only part of the yew tree that is non-toxic. Birds such as thrushes, waxwings, and blackbirds eat these arils happily. But the seed inside, lethally toxic. The toxic compound found in the seed, leaf, and bark of the yew is called taxine. Taxines are cardiotoxic alkaloids that interfere with the electrical conductivity of heart tissue. When ingested in significant quantities, taxine can cause sudden cardiac arrest without much warning. Historically, poisoning from yew occurred when livestock grazed on its foliage or when people mistakenly consumed parts of the plant, unaware of its danger. Yet the aril itself remains perfectly edible to humans if the seed is not chewed, cracked, or swallowed. This contradictory chemistry has fueled centuries of fascination, folklore, and fear. In ancient cultures, the yew tree became a symbol of life and death simultaneously. The Celts associated it with the afterlife, burial rites, and mystical protection. Yew branches were used in rituals, and trees were often planted in graveyards throughout the British Isles. This wasn't merely symbolic. The evergreen nature of the tree, combined with its great age, created a sense of continuity between generations. Meanwhile, Greek and Roman writers observed its toxicity, often connecting it with mythological stories involving poison and transformation. Some historical accounts suggest that yew extract was used on arrow tips or as a component in poison mixtures. Yet, despite its fearsome reputation, the yew tree has also played a surprisingly important role in medicine. The bark of the Pacific yew, Taxus brevifolia, contains a compound known as paclitaxel, which later became one of the most important drugs in chemotherapy. Paclitaxel inhibits cell division, making it a powerful tool for controlling cancerous growth. This discovery transformed scientific attitudes toward the tree, from a toxic plant feared in forests to a life-saving species essential for modern oncology. Moving back to the ecology of the yew berry itself, its role in forest ecosystems is surprisingly constructive. When birds eat the arils, they disperse the seeds in the droppings. Because many birds cannot digest the hard, toxic seed coating, the seed passes through the digestive tract intact. This process allows yew trees to spread across wide forest regions without relying on wind dispersal. The bright red color of the aril is evolutionarily designed to attract these birds. In autumn and winter, when few fruits remain available, yew arils serve as a critical food source. There is also a curious evolutionary question: why did the yew tree evolve to make the aril non-toxic while keeping the seed deadly? One theory is that the aril must be edible to encourage animals to eat it and spread the seed. Another theory suggests that the tree evolved toxins in the seed as a protective mechanism to prevent digestion or destruction by mammals. Birds do not chew seeds, mammals often do. Thus, taxine may have evolved specifically to discourage mammals from eating and destroying the seeds. In historical use, yew wood was prized for its strength, elasticity, and resistance to rot. The English longbow, a legendary weapon of the medieval era, was traditionally made from yew wood. These longbows could achieve remarkable range and power, contributing to pivotal battles such as Agincourt. The unique structure of yew wood, hard heartwood combined with flexible sapwood, made it ideal for archery. This combination allowed the bow to withstand extreme tension, a trait few other woods possessed. Today, the yew berry remains a subject of fascination in botany, toxicology, and cultural studies. Its dual nature, a fruit that is both safe and deadly, continues to capture the imagination of researchers. While the aril is technically edible, most experts advise against consuming it due to the high risk of accidentally ingesting the seed. Even a single cracked seed can be dangerous. From ancient mythology to cutting-edge cancer treatments, from forest ecology to medieval warfare, the yew berry and its tree occupy an extraordinary space in human understanding. It is a striking example of how nature often blends beauty and danger in unexpected ways, and how a small red fruit can embody millions of years of evolutionary complexity.